Hey Siri, what's inside an Apple Watch? Welcome to the channel, excited to have you here. This is the first video, so we're gonna make this a good one. I've been excited about this for a really long time. We have the Apple Watch here, as you can see. This is the Series 2, so Apple Watch Series 2 came out a few years ago, but this one is a little bit special. So you can probably see the wonderful spiderweb optional feature added to the glass here. Makes for a little bit easier access underneath the screen. So we're excited about that. My wife was more than happy to donate her pristine Apple Watch for this operation, you should say. As you can tell, it has the gold face, so that's actually fairly rare. I don't think they make that anymore. So first step, obviously, take these little bands off the side. There we go. Awesome. Take that right there. Fairly easy to work with, and I always appreciate that. Okay, so we've got our Apple Watch. Nice, beautiful spiderweb glass, as mentioned previously. It's not actually that expensive either, it just costs you 9.81 meters per second squared, so look into that if you'd like. I don't recommend it. Glass is fairly easy to lift off because of what was mentioned previously, and as we get that on all the edges, and as I lift this screen up from the top, you'll notice we have 3 contacts right here, 1, 2, 3. And those connect to these mini computers, which control what you see on the screen. Let's take this off. You put this tape here so that people don't take apart their Apple Watches. Stick that. Okay, now you can see we've got our 3 connectors. There we go. Okay, so putting that down for a second, let's talk about the screen. So this screen has a couple different capabilities. Normally, right, you're not going to see any of these scratches along the edges. But this screen is touch capacity. It also has force touch. So the touching itself connects to all the different circuits right behind the screen here. And then these computers connect to these connectors, which go all the way down underneath this battery and talk to the main computer chip inside this Apple Watch. So it tells you what you're touching on, what you're swiping on, all that. Now force touch is a little bit different. So this along the side is a gasket, so just a little rubber piece, and that's controlling the force touch, so it knows how hard you're pushing on the screen. So it measures that force based on how far you've compressed this gasket. So the next thing to come out is going to be our battery. So this one's a little trickier because you got quite a bit of glue on the bottom of that. Apparently Apple does not want this just popping out willy-nilly. So there we go. You can see our battery. There's that glue I was talking about. It's in an L format here. So that helps it from moving this way as well as this way, which is good. It's nice to see a little bit of innovation. Okay, so now that we have the Apple Watch open and uncovered, you can see the battery off to the side here. We've got our mechanism on the inside, and that's right here, which can let you push in. It's a very, very small movement there, but that is controlled by this right here, and it's housed by this little metal bracket. Let's take the battery connection out here. Underneath, we'll set our little battery down. These right here can come up too, and you can see, I want to show this really quick. So not everything in the world plugs in. So these things are contacts. So you can see a little bit of metal here. So all the information that comes in from these 3 is going through to these metal contacts, which in turn touch all of these little metal contacts and tell the computer in the watch where you're typing on the screen. Now talk about the Taptic engine, you can probably read that. That's a little bit different than normal. So in any phone, you've got a vibration, and that's when you get a text, when you get a call, and that starts a motor spinning. So there's just an imbalanced motor it's spinning along inside of your phone. But this one is actually linear. So it's a linear actuator, and that means it goes back and forth instead of spinning in a circle. Which is interesting because it actually takes up less space and it takes a lot less power, so that lets your watch last just a little bit longer. So there's quite a bit of hardware inside this watch. Oof, almost lost it. Okay. So this here is one of the sensors that controls the accelerometer in the watch. So that tells you whether you're moving up and down, left, right, how fast you're moving. Okay, so we have some of the sensors for our accelerometer here. We have our connector that connected us to this glass screen, and the battery that powered everything. So your accelerometer sensors are functioning only fractions of a centimeter away from your battery and your screen, and so with such a small space, having those little pieces in there to divide things up is incredibly helpful. Okay, and there we have it. So we've got all the pieces out at this point that are easy to take out, and we can talk through the rest of it. You can see the inside of the Apple Watch from here. So let's look at, first we've got our screen, we've got lots of the accelerometer input sensors, we've got the screen connector, we've got one of the example contact plates that we were talking about, and on the inside here we've got all the other contacts that touch all the other pieces. Here's our battery. We've also got on the back our heart rate sensors. So these are our optical sensors, and that shines a green light into your wrist, which is then reading the heart rate through your veins. It's also magnetic. There you have it, the Apple Watch Series 2. Hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot more coming, so please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.